Let's give it up for the cool shortcut wearing, swag having, Miss Pamela Long. How are you?
What's good, Mama? I appreciate that intro. I hope I can measure up to it.
So let's just get started with the interview. So basically, how was life as Pamela Long before you entered the music industry?
I met Puff when I was 15 years old. So for the most part, loving life. When I met Puff, I actually met Kim and Keisha at a mutual studio out in Jersey. A friend of my brother to the studio one night because he knew I loved to sing. And I actually went up to the studio and I sung. It was my first time recording. And I sung a joint there. And actually, Kim and Keisha was working in the same studio. They actually had a song that I had done played for them, and they were looking for a third member. They heard the joint, and the dude had produced the joint. Was like, yo, y'all looking for a third member? Y'all should go with her. We got together from that moment, It wasn't that easy, At first, I was kind of just a little rough around the edges. So being 15 years old, I was like, man, I really don't want to be in no group. I just wanted to sing a song in the studio, have that opportunity, and I did it. Finally gave in, and boom. And I didn't sign to Bad Boy until I was 17 because Puff still were Uptown. And then from there, Bad Boy had came along and boom.
What was like the ultimate deciding factor for you to be like, I'm going to take this chance and get signed and see where it takes me?
When I met him, it was just like I wanted to be signed. Just think about it, 15 years old, it was just like it wasn't no thought of not being signed or getting on. It was just like, yo, I'm ready to do it. Finally came about because he was in that transition, like I said, from Uptown to Bad Boy. So it was just that waiting period just to sign the paper. But we was already there. We performed for Puff. He was just like, okay, cool, just for coming out or whatever. And I was just like, dog, being 15, it was just like we was rushed. I was like, dog, he ain't even care for us. He ain't like us. But 5 o'clock in the morning, Puffy had called the lady who was our manager at that time and was like, don't take them girls nowhere. I want to sign them. From that moment, it was on and popping.
It's just funny how, like, when you was 15, you're getting signed. And 15, I'm like, who's going to like me as far as boys? Definitely we had two different mindsets back then. So
That's what's up.
I've always been curious about your fashion style. As I mentioned earlier, you have a smooth, somewhat tomboy but cool style. Definitely coined the market with the short haircut and the shades. What inspired you to implement that style?
It was just me, somebody just took what they saw in me and just capitalized off of it, At the age of 15, I say it like this, I was a little hardcore, thought I was kind of a little thug or whatever the case may be. My stylist took it and just capitalized off of it. I look back and I say that, maybe I should have been a little soft or whatever, but at that time, you're young and you're not thinking about it. But, I was just being me. The short haircut just came with it. It was just, my style was just who I was. I like to be different, so it was just like, yo, I like the shortcut, but make sure it's always dapped out. Make sure that jump is just always hot. Make sure my hair is neat, tight, and it's looking good, and it's looking fresh and shiny. And then with the shades, it was just like, I always wanted to keep my shades on because I just thought I was just that cool. It wasn't more or less that I was trying to hide something or keep somebody in suspense. Just thought I was just that cool joker back then,
And what was the secrets to those arms? Because you had some serious arm game.
And I've always loved to work out. I've always been a workout nut. So for the most part, just doing a lot of calisthenics and working with the trainer. My mom was always well-built, and so was my father. So it's just like I inherited some good genes to where it was just like I already had a little muscle mass, and I just added to it by just working out and running a lot.
Come with that image, I'm pretty sure people was trying to label you or box you in certain category, especially during that time where women in the game was trying to be more sexually explicit. How did you combat it?
You know what it is? It was just like I just knew at that time that was my flavor. That was my flavor, and it would have been like trying to put a cat in a bag. You try to put a cat in a bag, that joker going to wild out. So if you would have put me in some pum-pum shorts, I was going to wild out like, yo, this is not me. I'm not comfortable, so I couldn't give my all. So for the most part, I just rocked with what I was comfortable in, and the leather pants, but don't make them super tight. Give me some room because I'm going to dance on the stage. This is just my flavor. You can give me a shirt to show my arms, but I don't want to show my legs. I don't want to do that because that's not my style. I'm kind of more rough. At the end of the day, I was able to just be myself, and it came off that way.
A lot of times, everybody feel like you have to wear nothing to make it, but you clearly proved that wrong, and you still maintain your sense of self. So I definitely respect that from you.
What it's all about. You got to be you. I'm telling you, because at the end of the day, when you're not, fakeness is just going to be just spilled all over the place. So you might as well just be with yourself, be comfortable in your skin, and don't try to be something that you're not.
How did Total distinguish themselves from other female R&B groups? Like, what made you guys different?
What really made Total different to me is that our sound. We had a unique sound. If you looked at all three of us, we were completely opposite of one another. Everybody held their own and was in their own lane, but at the same time, too, when you brought it all together, it meshed. We kind of just flowed with it. We wasn't Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and we wasn't blowing like SWV, because SWV is some singing women. So at the end of the day, what made that Total different was the sound, the look. We was a around-the-way girl. Everybody in the hood was like, yo, I want to be like Total, or even in the suburban area was like, yo, I seen them girls Total, and I can see myself in that. So that's what made us different to me, just based upon my opinion.
You getting in the industry, you automatically working with Biggie, Foxy, the Brat, Missy. Like, how was that like?
You look back on it and make you scratch your head, because we started around the same time as Big. Big was like a big brother to us, so working with Big to other people, it was just like, yo, y'all working with Big. We like, yeah, we with Big. He Big Papa to y'all, but he big to us. It was definitely a great opportunity for us. Don't get me wrong. It was bigger working with Missy because of the fact that we wasn't in the same label, so we just looked at things a little different. But it was such an opportunity to work with so many great artists. And one thing I can say is that I never played the groupie, maybe yelling on the inside, but, you know, you play it cool.
One thing I definitely respect about Total is that you guys was one of the few R&B groups that didn't have conflict, or, you know, it didn't seem like you had beef with others. Like, how did you guys minimize those issues?
At that time, we just had a love for each other. You know, when you're sisters, you're going to have your arguments, your ups and your downs. You keep your personal and your business separate. It was how things were with us. It was no hard feelings. You know, we'd speak about stuff. And when we hit that stage, that was our business. And we knew that we had to put it down and go forth. And then as far as with having any situations with any other groups or against any other groups, man, we just had love for Mad Group. And we had our little run-ins sometimes with people not caring for a Total for whatever reasons it was, but it didn't go no further than that. It was just like, you know, you're going to have some that like you, and then you're going to have some that don't. And that's how we left it. When you become controversial, sometimes they try to make different conflicts just to put their name out there a little more, but at the same time, too, it's a catch-22 with that. You got to be easy, because it can turn around and slap you in your face. It's just best to be easy, do what you love to do, and that's it.
What opportunities did Total open?
Getting back into the game, you already have a good standpoint with some things like, oh, Pamela Long coming back out, formerly of, opposed to a new artist coming out that doesn't have a name, that's working a lot harder than I may be working to establish some things for themselves.
At the success rate that you were at in the late 90s, so what made you be like, all right, this probably be a good time to split and go about our ways?
As far as with Total, everybody had their ups and their downs in life, and it was just like, man, we came to a point where it was just like we weren't happy. I can't speak for the other two young ladies, but I can say from my standpoint that I wasn't happy with myself within the group. I wasn't happy at the label because I had some things going on personally. Started to spill over and to make other people uncomfortable. And with that, it was just things just stopped. It came to a halt. You know, we was at the top of our career and was on our way to a whole nother level of success. But, no, it came to that point where me personally, I was not happy with me.
That's deep, because not a lot of people will admit to that, like notice that they're not happy with themselves. So they would do other things to reflect how they feeling about themselves. But for you to notice that and be like, hey, let me just take a step back, that's a very person that's really in tune with themselves.
I can truly say that I can't take all the credit. What I will say is that I thank God for stepping in, because what it was is that he was the one who opened my eyes to see exactly, and then come to find out I met exactly what I was missing in that time of that breakdown for myself. I met the Lord.
So what new quality you learned about yourself?
You know what, Freddie, I could say is I know myself a lot more. What I mean is that I know that I am somebody, and that I don't have to be with someone as far as when it comes to a label. I know that as long as I'm connected to God, then I'm good. It's got to flow to me now. I'm confident in myself. I believe in me now.
I remember you mentioned that it was going to be sad when you don't see your left and your right, meaning Kima and Keisha.
Yes, yes.
How are you going to overcome it now that you're going solo?
The way that I'm overcoming it is just like I was saying to you, just having that confidence in myself now to know that, you know what I have is a God-given talent, and because of that, that's the reason why I can go forth. You know, I'm not even going to front. In the beginning when I started performing, and even the thoughts of going out on the stage without them was kind of scary. You know, I was just like, whoo, because I'm used to looking to my right. I'm used to looking to my left and seeing them there, you know. And now when I do go out there, I know that it's not about me, but it's just like I know that I'm looking to give people what it is that I have.
Your Dare to Dream song is very beautiful. What inspired you to write that song?
My mentor by the name of Nicole Simpson, she actually is a 9/11 survivor, and she wrote a book called Dare to Dream. And she had given me a call, and she asked me to write the foreword to the book. Because at this point in my life, I was looking to move forward, didn't know how to move forward, but was looking to. You know, I was doing music, but I wasn't confident in what I was doing. Then I wrote the foreword to the book, and she called me, and she said, do a theme song for my book, Dare to Dream. And when she said it to me, I was just like, okay. I had gotten a track from my dude, Kenny Black, who is a producer that's on this album. And the first thing that came was the chorus, you know, was talking about it's not over because I dared to dream. They said it was over. It started to really fuel me to dream again. She reached out her hand to me and she picked me up. I was in a state of unbelief when it came to myself and my music because I was so used to the highlight, Bad Boy, Total. I was so used to those things that I was in a rut. Dare to Dream is personal for me. That's why it means so much to me because not only did people think it was over, I thought that it was over. And when I really grabbed a hold to the whole concept of daring to dream, it picked me up and made me move forward. And I'm so grateful for it.
Relate to you because that's how it is actually for you to me. Like, me reaching out to you was big because I was feeling at a rut. Like, you know you have a talent and you just doubt yourself. Everybody's saying you're doing a good job, but you're like, I'm not confident. And then you saying yes? Oh.
Right. That's what's up. Freddie, you'll hear a lot more yeses. You know, sometimes we'll hear some no's, but you'll hear a lot more yeses. The no's make you stronger if you let them. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that I'm learning, too. I'm still learning it. I won't master it until I take my last breath.
That's so true. It's because not how far you fall is how you get up.
You're absolutely right about that. I like that. Now, Freddie, where you at? Are you in New York?
I'm in Newark, actually.
Get out of here. So that means we may be meeting face-to-face on the next show, is what you're saying. Come in the studio.
Yes.
That's what's up, then.
I noticed that besides music, you've really been involved in stressing the teen domestic violence issue that's going on. How come you decided to become one of the headline speakers for this particular issue?
I came aboard on the teen violence thing due to my manager, Jesse Mon. He have a heart for the teens, and Love is Respect actually is the name of the website. People can go to it, check out Love is Respect. It's talking about teen violence. Me personally, Freddie, I have a love for kids and teens. I hate to see someone being taken advantage of, abuse a person, say that it's called love because it's not. The title of the website, Love is Respect. Love is respect. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't bruise. It doesn't batter. So I definitely wanted to be a part of Jesse Mon's vision in that, to let young people know that love does not hurt. And if somebody is doing those things to you, you need to get away. And if it's hard for you to get away, find someone that you can talk to confide in about the things that you're going through as you move away from the situation, because that is not love.
You taking this responsibility because you're able to use your knowledge of the issue, whether it's personal experience, to address these kids. Like, I was a teen once. I know how it feels to probably seek love in other places, but you still got to stay in your grounds.
Absolutely. And, Freddie, I can go even a little deeper into saying that I was a teen because of my anger and all the things that I had built up on the inside of me personally. I was one who had, in relationship, that one who was an abuser. Now, I was one who would hit thinking that that was love. Well, fighting you so that mean I love you. That's not love. I would be the first one to tell somebody my experience and the things that I did to say, you know what, I know firsthand that that's not love. Putting my hands on somebody, I wasn't loving him when I was hitting him. Oh, but if he would have turned around and hit me back, then it would have been a problem. It's just as well as men put their hands on females, it's females that put their hands on guys as well. And I was one of them.
I give you the utmost respect for saying that, because not a lot of people admit to that. That takes a lot for you to do what you do and say what you say, because people need to hear that.
Yeah, they do. People need to hear somebody speaking the truth so they won't feel like they're the only ones going through something. If I tell someone what it is that I've done, then maybe it can help them to see that it's something greater, because they can look at me now and see my life.
Where can people hit you up, Miss Pamela Long?
Yes, Freddie, you can hit me on Twitter, Pamela Long, the number 1 behind Long. Then you can hit me on Facebook. I'm Pamela Long. Hit me up.
We have this one person that's been patiently waiting. Got to release the beast. 1-8, what you got to say to Miss Pamela Long?
This is Enoch. I'm from Brooklyn. And you doing Family Worship Center?
I'm still a part of Agape Family Worship Center. Yes, I am. Pastor Lawrence Powell, yes.
That's a good thing. You found God.
At the end of the day, I didn't find him. He found me. So I'm grateful. What you doing to take this world by storm? You dare to dream? Put your thing down. You know, it's some things in you, too, as well. I don't know if it's singing or if it's rapping, whatever. Your foot down in it and go forth, because it's time to dare to dream. You know, you set the standard for your life as far as how you want to go for your dreams and your goals and your aspirations, and that's what I mean. So, you know, God gives us the know-how. So it's on us to push forward in that thing. So push forward, dare to dream.
You can feel that vibe. Yeah, I'm a rapper.
Go forth. I'm telling you, all that it is that you have, it's time to take this world by storm. Go forth.
You and Toto did it. Y'all got gold platinum plaques. And I know you can look at that plaque to this day and be like, yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Something that make me say, if I did it then, not knowing God, how much further can I go because I know him and he knows me?
I know you're familiar with my name. It's a biblical name. Enoch, E-N-O-C-H?
Yes, I am, in Genesis.
Just hold your head up. Keep doing your thing. You too, Frank.
She's dope. She's on her way.
Yeah,
she's doing things.
Y'all hold it down. Shout out to Pan. Shout out to Toto. God bless.
Thank you, babe. All right, God bless.